Hey guys, it's your favorite truth teller, otherwise known as Just Basia. My favorite thing about my Just Basia episodes is I get to share my life experiences with you. Take a look at some of my favorite life experiences that we've shared so far.
This episode is brought to you by 124 Nut Out Sports Agency. Welcome to the next level.
Today we're talking about the one thing that changed the game for me after 50. What I learned by 50, your age is not a death sentence. Your mindset is. Here are the lessons that I found that were game changing. So, the one thing that changed the game for me was a change of mindset, and that was crucial. And after that, everything fell into place. So, these are the lessons I gathered along the way. Lesson number one: do what makes you happy. You hear that? Simple. Number one lesson. Because so many people are out there doing what they feel they need to do to make others happy. Oh, I can't do this because, the negative, contented talk. No, you have to do what's best for you to make you happy. I'm doing me. By the time I turned 50, my creative self took full control. I know myself so well now. If you get to 50 and you don't know yourself, something wrong. I don't need to experiment in my 50s. I know what I like. I know who I like. I know who don't like me. You know what works and what does not work. I also know that I'm not for everybody. And I'm okay with that. It does not matter how much money you have by 50. That's not how you measure this thing. If you are not doing what you love, the money won't matter. Living mindfully brings you happiness. If you focus on doing what makes you happy and you do it with the people who make you happy, eventually it will make you money. You hear that? Lesson number two for me: age is just a number. I don't see 50 as old. When I was a little girl growing up in the Caribbean, I saw a 50-year-old woman as an old woman. Yeah, because they carry themselves that way. Now, a lot of women I look up to who are older than me, they're in their late 50s or early 60s, they inspire me to get better with age, both inside and outside. Lesson number three, and this was a key lesson: purpose has no expiration date. I now know for sure that achieving greatness does not have an age. Too many people feel that way, and that's not right. It has a timeline and timing, but not an age. Some people will achieve their dreams by 30, others at 50, others at 60. Your purpose will reveal itself to you when the time is right, not when you think the time is right. When you are ready, the universe will align all the elements to ensure everything comes together for you. Purpose. This has nothing to do with your age. Whatever has your name on it, it will be yours. That could be at 50, 55, 60, 65, or 70. Lesson number four: mindset means everything. I meet many people who are currently in their 50s. They're unhappy, they're lost. The funny thing is, they feel that they're lost because they're in their 50s. No, friend. You are lost because you wasted too many years in jobs or with people who did not make you happy or bring you fulfillment. Mhm. The funny thing is, people don't realize that growing older is not the same as getting old. Also, growing older does not cause unhappiness. The moral of the story is, once you are lucky enough to get to 50, don't focus on the number, focus on the mindset, and you'll be quite fine. That was a game changer for me. Today, our topic is a very difficult one. It's time for Black women to like each other. Now, let me just say this before you all come for me. This is my lived experience. It is the lived experience of my sisters, my girlfriends, a lot of the Black women in my life. So today I'm going to speak to you from my heart. So consider this a love letter to Black women from Basia with love. As a woman of a particular age, I have been hurt a lot of times. By the same token, I have also hurt a few people. And today, to those people, I say, I'm sorry. When you know better, you do better. The people who have hurt me the most, though, are Black women. Now, let me say this. This episode is not intended to assassinate the character of Black women or to speak ill of Black women. As you can see, I'm a Black woman and I love Black women, even though they don't all love me back. But as I often do on this platform, I tell the truth. And some of my queens need to hear the truth. Historically, many of our Black women, female ancestors, were not taught to love themselves inside and out. And consequently, it is hard for them to love each other. They were ridiculed because of the texture of their hair, the size of their lips, the swing of their hips. I don't want to go Maya Angelou on you right now. Their complexions. This runs deep. It's a global issue for Black women. We inherited the self-hate, generations and generations of women. While many of you Black women don't like the term angry Black woman, ask yourself honestly, what is your instinctive reaction to a physically gifted, well-dressed Black woman who exudes power walking into a room? Be honest. What is your instinctive reaction? Many of you behave as though she did something wrong just by entering a room. This woman has never met you before. How dare you look so good or better than them? I cannot make this up. This is my lived experience. I just described to you how I'm treated, and many of my girlfriends are treated when we walk into a room. Sometimes I just want to say to a sister, who hurt you, sis? Because it wasn't me. Now, if I dare walk into that same room with my fine ass husband, oh shit. Well, that's a real trigger, because how dare me have a fine ass man? But honestly, I don't get it. Why can't we inspire each other as Black women? Why do we have to one up each other? I would rather believe something positive about a Black woman who I do not know personally than to focus on anything negative. My point, though, is why can't we as Black women immediately be inspired by a woman who looks like us, who's doing well, as opposed to being immediately threatened? Why do we have to default to threaten? How can you be a Black woman and you say, you're all about Black pride when you don't even know how to treat other Black women correctly? You want them to shrink when they're around you. Truly, the journey of being an affluent Black woman can be a very lonely one, because it seems to me that some Black women that I have met along the way, they wanted me to shrink. So if you're a progressive, high achieving Black woman operating within the top tier of society, you will inevitably encounter 3 distinct archetypes of Black women. And let me tell you who they are. Number 1, she's the challenger. As I like to call her, the hater. With her, You are guilty upon arrival. You didn't have to, even enter the room. She is immediately threatened as soon as she sees you because your shine is too loud. In her mind, she's saying, who does she think she is? But, my question to the hater is, who do you want her to be? And the truth is, it's about what your presence reflects back to her. That's what she doesn't like, not you per se. Your presence, as I like to call it, energy. Number 2, the competitor, or as I like to call her, the one-upper. She will not openly recognize you. Now, how many of you know women like this? Your shine, your accomplishments. She admires you, but she dislikes you for the same things she admires in you. Your Coca-Cola body shape, your designer clothes, your house, your car, the lifestyle, the nice man. Everything you have is too good for you. And anything you achieve, she is going to tell you that she's done it already, about to do it, or did it many years ago. So calm down. She's the one who will pretend not to recognize anything you do in your life, but will slowly morph into a version of you after she's dismissed that same version. Who can relate? Number 3. This person, I actually feel sorry for number 3. This is the withdrawn, or as I like to call her, Miss Camera Shy. She is going to let you know from upfront that you're too much for her, that she can't really be around you. And she's going to avoid spending time with you like the plague. She feels like your presence magnifies her insecurities. And she's going to wear her insecurities on her sleeve every single day. She is going to avoid you. This type of Black woman in general, or even women of other races who fall in this category, to be very fair, right? These are women who wanted more for their life. And it just didn't work out for whatever reason. I mean, I don't know, but their dreams were abandoned along the way. And how dare you dream big and work hard and be successful? It's unfortunate that they feel that way, but you didn't know them when they abandoned their dreams. From my experience and what I have seen on my journey, successful Black women typically have 1 or 2 friends, real friends from childhood or early adulthood. And if you are one of those women, and if you're lucky enough to have those 1, 2, or 3 people in your life, cherish them. Take care of them. We were never taught to love ourselves properly by our female ancestors. We don't always respond with love to some other Black woman we encounter on our journey. I just want you all to know that it is possible for all of us to make it without climbing on each other's back or tearing each other down. It is possible for all of us to be classy. You have a choice to embrace a new mindset or to sit in your pain like some of our mothers and grandmothers and female ancestors did. Don't let anybody make you shrink. You are Black and you're beautiful, uniquely and wonderfully made. I'm sorry that they hurt you. I'm sorry that they did not see you, but I promise you, I do. I need to tell you something that most people would not tell you. You are chosen, and the chosen ones get the hardest tests. Don't expect to achieve greatness and don't have challenges along the way. You want to be successful? Well, as they say in Jamaica, success have teeth and it will bite you. So many of us want to be number 1 or at the top of our game. But when we start feeling the pressure of refining our craft, we start bawling under the pressure. We claim we want excellence, but what do we really want to be excellent at? Excellence is not instant. It is not glamorous. It is a long, tedious process of showing up, of failed attempts, of what I like to call practicing to arrive at that place called success. I need to tell you something else. It's about fear. Fear is the number one killer of dreams. Most people do not achieve their dreams because they are too afraid to try, or they simply give up. It is not due to the fact that the dreams are unattainable, guys. They simply give up too soon. Or maybe they just don't dream big enough. Also, some individuals' dreams fail because they share their dreams with the wrong people. They share them with people who are afraid to dream themselves. Some people convince the dreamers that their dreams are impossible. Yup. They told their big dreams to the negative Nancys, and Nancy killed that dream. The funny thing is, everyone working on a dream has some element of fear. So fear is normal. Likes and following have magnified our fear of trying. Real talk. Everyone is chasing a following. Your following and your dreams are two different things. Here's what you do. Follow your dreams. And when you achieve your dreams, people will follow you. I need to tell you something about chasing. Chasing will not get you what you want. I feel like the worst thing that could have been said to us growing up is go chase your dreams. How many of you heard that? That gave me instant anxiety. Some of us misinterpreted that advice and felt like whatever we want, we have to chase. And my advice to the younger generation and my younger self would be to go pursue your purpose, not chase your dream that somebody made you believe was actually a dream. For some of us who went to law school because our father or our mother wanted us to be lawyers, or our father and mother wanted us to be doctors, along the way, we started to convince ourselves that it was our dream. Do you know how many people I know are living their parents' dreams? I know some lawyers and doctors who did not want to be lawyers or doctors. There's so many people in these professions who simply wanted to be a chef, a yoga instructor, a singer. Many of us who are people of a particular age have a lot of regret about the calling we ignored. We were trained to pursue a path or a profession that seemed to be more prestigious and lucrative to our society, as opposed to following our purpose. Now, this brings me to that other thing I need to tell you. It's about money. Money will not make you happy, so don't chase it. Many people don't realize that one of the strategies for having more money is reducing their cost of living. There's so many people who are earning a lot of money and spend 99% of it every month. They have maxed out their lifestyle. Sometimes, the more money you make, the more things you buy to try and make yourself happy. When you find your happiness within through experiences, you will have a different approach to spending your money. When you allow money to define you, it can ruin your life. It is crucial to focus on discipline and not money. Money will come and go, but a disciplined mindset about how you manage or spend your money will add more value to your life. The money will not change anything. Your approach to spending the money is what will add to your happiness. Now, let me tell you something about fun. Fun is not optional. Fun is the most important ingredient in this recipe called life. It is the key to a long, happy life. Growing up in the Caribbean, I had a lot of fun. Our life was so truly rich, even though we really didn't have a lot of money. We had a lot of friends, we had a lot of community. And then a shift took place, and we set aside fun to chase adult dreams. And one day, you wake up and you realize fun is gone. But fun did not leave us. We left fun behind. The moment you stop having fun, you stop living. You might be alive, but your life is dead. When I reflect on the periods in my life when I did not prioritize fun, I was not truly happy and I was not truly living. Whenever my life has balance and I'm fulfilled in my career, um, I'm exercising several times a week, I'm getting together with family and friends. In other words, I'm having fun. Life is good. Fun is important for maintaining great mental health. If our mental health is not in good working condition, we are unable to enjoy a great quality of life. Here's the fun fact: life is nothing without some good old fashioned fun. Let me tell you something about growth. Yeah, let's talk about growth now. Most of us want to grow, but some people really not interested in growing. They like their life exactly as it is. But for those of us like me who want to continue growing well, growth does not happen without pain, and learning does not occur without lessons. More importantly, we learn our greatest lessons from our mistakes. You need to know that growth comes with pain. Can you recall a lesson that you've learned, right? As we call it, a painful lesson that you've experienced in your life? I am 100% sure you learned something from that lesson. The other thing associated with growth is letting go. I once heard someone say, to grow, you have to let go. That means letting go of people, letting go of jobs, letting go of situations, letting go of habits that no longer serve you, letting go of drama, letting go of trauma. If you are truly interested in growth, you must let go and get comfortable with your growing pains. Here's another something I need to tell you. This one was game changing for me. Freedom is a real flex. It is so amazing to me how we all make a U turn in life. Well, at least most of us. Most of us are born free. If you're fortunate enough not to be born in a communist country or something, most of us are born free. And we enjoy that freedom in our early years. And then we stop appreciating the value of freedom until we hit crisis mode. My tip for you is to look at your current obstacles, whether they be financial or otherwise, and revise your life by focusing on your freedom. You will not be sorry. I promise you. You know, many people move to new countries. After you get to a particular stage, a particular age, one day you get up and you realize, hey, I need a change. And people move to new countries. They move back home with their parents to recapture the freedom they once took for granted. Some of you may argue, but Basia, the more money I have, the more freedom I will have. Well, not necessarily. If you have not mastered the art of mindful living and being present, having lots of money won't make you more present or more mindful. The ability to be present and to choose peace in any circumstances is a real strength. It does not matter how much money you earn. What matters in the long run is how much you spend. Your freedom will be determined by your choices. If mentally you do not feel free right now, it might be time for you to make some new choices. My lived experience is that freedom is security. So many people have that wrong. If you're not free, you're not secure. So here's that last thing I need to tell you. And it's the most important something I want to tell you. It's about gratitude. The more grateful you are, the more you will receive from the universe and the creator of the universe. If you are always focused on discontentment, you will always be discontented. There are some people who are never satisfied with their lives. They are always looking on the outside for contentment. Listen, my advice to you is there's always something for you to be grateful for, even on your worst day. If yesterday was not such a great day, well, you made it to today because you're listening to this podcast. You have something to be grateful for. You're alive. It makes absolutely no sense to focus on yesterday because here's the news flash. Yesterday is not coming back. But if you focus on today, I promise you, 24 hours can make a difference. Always remember that your location determines your value. So be careful where you place yourself and who you place yourself with. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I'm outside. Cheers.